No, the more I look at this Miku figure, the more it reminds me of ice cream. Yeah. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven with your weekly figure news fix. But firstly, yeah, I am back. I just had 4 surgeries more than a week ago, and I am currently around 80%. I'm not 100% healed yet, but good enough to talk a bit, right? And yeah, I might sound a bit different, not to mention that I won't be able to pronounce certain words properly. Now, we are looking at 2 weeks worth of anime figures to cover. I could have split into 2 videos, but something incredible happened. I'm not sure if this is a coincidence, most likely it is, but on the genuine anime figure site, there are barely any new figures this week, which is, that would be 12th to 17th of August 2024. There are like only 3 or 4 new scale figures on pre-order this week. Yeah, and I have never seen anything like this before, except the final week of December every year because it is a holiday week in Japan. Like barely any new figures in 1 week. What is going on? It almost feels like, most Japanese companies know that I am out of commission, so they hold back a week, not put anything on pre-order so that they can let me heal. That would be really nice. I know this is just a coincidence, but a very nice one. However, after we take a look at the 3 or 4 new scale figures on pre-order this week, yeah, we need to go through the ones on pre-order last week, and then we need to cover 2 weeks worth of resin figures. So a lot of stuff to cover, and hopefully, yeah, I don't want to elaborate too much on each figure because this is going to be a long video. For someone who has to run his mouth for maybe 90 minutes after a surgery, just barely a week after 4 surgeries in the nose and mouth and throat region. Okay, and what you're looking at over here, this page, yeah, this is all we got this week, and this is HLJ, where 3 out of the 4 figures over here, they are already on pre-order in AmiAmi in previous weeks. I have covered them before, just that HLJ is listing them late. So only 1 new figure on HLJ, which is this Hatsune Miku figure right here, by Design Coco, Magical Mirai 2024 version, 27k. Well, it is slightly pricey for a Design Coco figure. Design Coco figures tend to be quite reasonable in price. July release next year. Well, not my favorite Miku figure, far from it, right? And given that there are so many scale figures of Miku, I think one can afford to be very choosy on which one to buy. Yeah, I will skip this one for sure. 1/6 scale absent-minded JK Hina Ayuchi original version by Hobby Sakura, 25,400 yen. March release next year. Okay, so there are 2 different color versions of this original character over here. This is the original version, where her skin is slightly tanned, right? Slightly brownish in a way. And then interestingly, they have a slightly different color version. They call it repaint version, where she appears fairer, right? Even the hair color is also slightly more pale, I think. What do you think? I'm toggling the images back and forth. Yeah, I think even the hair color is slightly different, ever so slightly, for the same price. And with both figures, you're getting an extra faceplate, or rather an extra head with this lavender color hair, which is quite nice actually. So which one do you prefer? Do you want to buy the Latino version or the Caucasian version? That is what I'm calling it over here. Both are pretty. Seriously, both are quite pretty. For me, it is a tough choice. Okay, the next one here, 1/6 scale Lisa by Shomon. This went on pre-order like a month ago on AmiAmi. Yeah, Chinese figure brand. So most of you who want one, you might have already pre-ordered it by now. Just a typical bunny girl, though she is wearing Chinese dress, which is quite a nice combination. Okay, so I won't go into details anymore of this figure. Now moving on to the next figure on AmiAmi this week, AmiAmi exclusive by Ascendia, which is actually a Chinese brand. Hatane Gona illustration by Ohisashi Buri, yeah, 1/6 scale, 15,400 yen, and coming out in June next year. Okay, the thing with this figure is that she comes with two different faceplates. You can display her with her eyes closed, or you can even display her, with her eyes open. Where are the photos, man? I'm quite certain her eyes can be opened. There is a separate faceplate. Or is that a limited version? But for this figure, given the pose over here and the outfit and everything, very angelic look, I think I would prefer to keep her eyes closed. Oh, there you go. It is right there. Yeah, eyes open and eyes closed. But I think the eye closed one looks a bit more artistic in a way. So yeah, so I'll stick with that. Very great looking figure for under 16k. Worth your money actually. And next one over here, we have 1/4 scale by Binding. Choto Dake Aiga Omoi Dark Elf. Okay, I'm not reading the rest. Her name is Maria Bell, right? Maria Bell. Yeah, Maria Bell. 44,000 yen is kind of ouch, you know, but wow, this is pretty. Now, I'm sure you guys also know that I complain about how a lot of outfits design nowadays by original characters. They have two pieces of cloth covering the oppai, you know. This is also the same case over here, but the overall figure design, outfit design is tastefully done. I don't think I can complain too much, and yeah, she is partially customable. 44,000 yen is painful for sure, but this is a very pretty figure. I like her face a lot. And the last figure on AmiAmi for this week. Okay, this one is by Kureira Doll, Japanese brand, and I don't know if HLG released it next week. We'll see. Koharu Shirosaki Kegareboshi Aka 1/6 scale, 27,000 yen almost, coming out in October next year. So my impression of this figure, it looks like one of those H anime featuring idols, no? You have this idol working for this shady agency, and then the P, we call it the P, the producer Chan, P Chan. The producer or the manager will proceed to get their hands on the idols. Yeah, I've watched a lot of such H anime. So the template, the character design over here totally gives me that kind of image when I look at her for the first time. And with that face expression over there, it's like she is so used to getting abused already that she is actually enjoying it. So yeah, not really my kind of figure, mainly because of how huge the melons are on her chest. Okay, and the last figure for this week, right? This week. Oh, this is a good one. I wouldn't expect a company like Forts Japan to make a figure of Hiragi Utena from Gushing Over Magical Girls. Once again, this is my 69th time saying it. If you haven't watched Gushing Over Magical Girls, go and watch the anime. Okay, as for this figure, is this the best figure of Utena? I don't think so. I think the one by even the pop-up red L looks amazing, seriously. And even the Kadokawa one, which is limited, I think, is really good looking. However, this one by Forts Japan, you can cast off her chest. Yeah, I'm not going to show you the pictures on screen, of course, but the two stars covering her oppai they are cast offable. So Forts Japan is offering something different now. The question remains whether you want to give this brand a chance, given that they have a pretty shady reputation, right? So what do you think? $143 because Nin game is buggy all the time. That is about 21,000 yen, I think. Yeah, 20,700 yen or so at 1/6 scale, which isn't too bad of a price. In fact, figures by Forts Japan, they are in general not expensive. In yen, right? The price are reasonable. The problem is that the quality can be horrendous at times. Yeah. And that is all for genuine figures on pre-order this week. Yeah. Now we move on to figures on pre-order last week. And we have quite a bunch of stuff to go through. As usual, we'll start with 1/4 scale. And the first one, I have so many complaints. I believe I am not the only one. This Saber Outer at 1/4 scale, freeing once 50,000 yen for her. Coming out in May next year. You know the original Vanilla Saber that went on pre-order how many years ago? It wasn't too long ago actually, 3 years, 4 years ago. That was under 30,000 yen, right? I think it wasn't more than 30,000 yen. And within a few years, inflation plus currency depreciation goes all the way up to 50,000 yen before taxes. That is ridiculous. There is no way this cost 50k. This is 38 to 40k at best. We are looking at the classic good old FGO tax over here. Yeah. And this is not even a very detailed figure. I barely see any shading or barely any fine details on her blue color dress over here. In fact, I think that I would rather you to go out and find the one by Alter. Yeah, the Saber Alter blue dress by Alter at 1/7 scale. That was re-released once actually. Smaller figure but better looking than this one over here. Even as a Fate Grand Order fan, I would tell you guys to stay away from this one. This is not worth 50k at all. It is ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, next figure over here, we have 7G Haruna in bikini at 1/4 scale by Union Creative. 36k coming out in January, very soon. So this is like Wave Corporation Beach Queens, but XXL size, very big size, right? Yeah. 36k is okay. I wish that it is a bit cheaper, you know, but alright, fine enough. I mean, this is the starting price for 1/4 scale nowadays. And 7G Haruna is like she's the childhood friend, right, of the main character, I think. So being the childhood friend, she is not going to win the harem. If you own the bunny girl of this figure, will you still buy the bikini version? Let me know down in the comments below. The next 1/4 scale, we have Chun-Li from Street Fighter. Freeing B-Style, 35,000 yen. Now, I'm a bit surprised that it took Freeing so long to do a 1/4 scale of Chun-Li. I mean, Street Fighter is a classic. It has a big fan base. Yet, yeah, there are no 1/4 scale figures of Chun-Li or even Cammy. I believe Cammy might be coming. Cammy is extremely popular as well. And, you know, I think Chun-Li and Cammy are like best friends in the game, something like that. So, we'll see. Now, this is a nice pose. My concern, how is the figure going to hold up, support the entire weight with one single foot peg down there on her right leg, her right foot? She is wearing high heels, so there will only be one metal rod at the front of the toe region of her right foot. Is that enough to support the figure? I'm a bit concerned with this one. Yeah. Will there be any plastic support rods, extra support rods? I think unlikely. Most likely you're going to get a big plastic block surrounding her right foot over there. Yeah, a big plastic support block. That is what they are going to do, I think. It is a bit scary when I look at this figure over here. However, I don't really like her face. This is based off Street Fighter 6, right? I don't really like the face on this one. The best Chun-Li scale figure at the moment is the one by Max Factory. Very expensive, like 30,000 yen, but really worth it. Yeah, go and buy the one by Max Factory. Okay, the next 1/4 scale is a low budget figure by Max Cute, Chinese figure brand, and I am very interested in this one because she looks so pretty. I mean, she's so cute over here. Isekai Karakita Seirei Shoujo Rabi. 12,000 yen for 1/4 scale. Yes, please. Pre-order one. I'm trying not to pre-order too many figures, but this is hard to resist. Really hard. Yeah, in my opinion, this is a must-have, period. I don't have anything else to say. The next one here, this is among my favorite scale figures in the past 2 weeks. Yeah, this is really good. 1/6 scale cosplay Sister Sun illustrated by Soji Hogu by Pure, 25,000 yen. January release. Wow, that is really soon. Yeah. Now, there has been so many non-figures that one would think I would be quite sick of looking at them by now, which is partially true. Just like Bunny Girls, not as bad as Bunny Girls, but we have so many non-figures. But there is something about this one that is so photogenic in some way. Yeah, this is partially customable because Pure is an edgy figure brand. I won't scroll so much, but oh, sheesh. It is just a matter of time before I finally buy a figure by this brand and review it and decide to keep the figure after buying it. Yeah, I don't keep every figure that I buy. If I do, I would run out of space even though I have a dedicated figure studio, right? I have to be selective sometimes. But this one, I kind of want one for a figure that is lacking in color. You guys who watch me frequently, you know that I love my vibrant colors, right? But this is something special about this one, despite the monotonous color scheme. Yeah. The next one here, okay, this is the weird thing. This figure is by a Chinese brand called Deceiver, I think. But HLJ labels this as something by PM Office A or Plum. It isn't. I think no one pointed it out to them, right, to rectify it, but not important anyways. Okay, so 1x7 scale Timaeus or Timaeus Draco Bellatrix Feminina, 24,000 yen, November release. I've seen only one figure by Deceiver, I think one or two figures by them in person. One of them, my friend bought it, this succubus demon-like character who wears a bodysuit similar to Scarhawk. I don't remember her name. That one was quite nice. She has a really nice face, right? So my early impressions on Deceiver as a brand is that they are like B to B+. Yeah, I wouldn't call them grade A yet with their figure quality, but B is solid. No, I'm very strict with figures, so getting a B from me is not bad already. Now with this figure, very pretty. I love her face a lot. Let's have a look at her face over here. My internet again, come on. Alright, okay, there you go. I like her face, but this isn't the kind of figure I would buy. There we go. The top left corner of the image, Deceiver. Come on, HLJ, this is a sloppy mistake to make. Okay, moving on to the next figure over here. By Unit Creative, we have Ginpatsu-chan, Sky Blue Morning, under 20k, May release. Nope. This looks like the kind of figure that would, that will bargain bin by 50% after release. I'm already calling it right now. This will bargain bin. Don't pay 20k for this thing. This is not worth that much. Low levels of detail. I have to apologize to the artist who maybe put in a lot of effort into designing this character, but when translated into a figure, not very impressive, unfortunately. Yeah. Moving on to the next one over here, Asagi Tosaka Illustration Select by Unit Creative as well, 26,000 yen. Wait, did I cover this figure in the previous episode of Figure News Fix? I don't think so, right? Oh yeah, I think this went on pre-order in AmiAmi first. Anyways, not important. I don't want to drag things on too long over here. A classic color contrast, blue and yellow, blue and gold. So these two colors, when you put them together, they look amazing. The thing is that with this figure, the gold color parts are a bit dull, so the figure doesn't really stand out that much to me. An okay looking figure, she looks okay, but doesn't appeal to me so much. Moving on to the next one, we have Azalane Reno Summer Spin-Off by Freeing, 1x7, 22k, somewhat reasonable. Coming out in March next year. Just a swimsuit Azalane figure, right? So they make her wear a swimsuit and then she is sitting on a couch. What is this combination, man? That isn't something you bring to a beach. Oh yeah, maybe this is a fashion photo shoot indoors. Then it makes sense. Detail level is on the low side. I think you guys can tell from these product pictures alone. Yeah, the detail levels are on the low side. But with the pricing over here, 22k plus possible bargain bin after release, yeah, reasonable I suppose. Moving on to the next one over here. Oh, this has to be the best selling figure in the past week, right? How many of you pre-ordered this one? Let me know down in the comments below. This is a hot seller. Gopi from Goddess of Victory Nikke. This is the deluxe edition with a wall scroll by Hobby Sakura for 26,500 yen. I haven't pre-ordered one yet. Yeah, without the wall scroll, 24k. I haven't pre-ordered one yet. I'm still contemplating, but it is probably a bad idea not to pre-order, you know, because I can see this one becoming high demand after release. I think the same thing happened to that Pink Bunny, right, by Hobby Sakura. Yeah, same thing happened. So, yeah, get one if you haven't done so yet. I love the character design as well. Next figure from Spy Family, we have Anya and Lloyd as a set, almost 23,000 yen. May release next year. Do you know what? Don't pre-order. Please don't. I'm sorry, good smile. I'm telling everyone not to order this because, you know, Anya and your forger, yeah, the one right here is being suggested to me. Come on, please load faster, please. I know that I am affiliate partners with Hobby Link Japan, but I'm telling you not to get from HLJ. This figure is on sale in AmiAmi at 15,000 yen. Yes, and yeah, get it from AmiAmi. So, given that the other Anya and your forger figure bargain bins, I would expect the same thing to happen to this figure. So do not pre-order it. Yeah, please don't. Now the funny part is that they have Anya and Lloyd's over here, and then they have Anya and your over here, and you display both figures together, you have Anya twins. Yeah, they have to, right? If they made a scale figure of Lloyd only without Anya over there, nobody would buy the figure. Let's face it. Yeah, that is the unfortunate part. Okay, moving on to the next one over here. Another Elena scale figure. Wow. Elena is like the new Ram and Ram, you know. Everyone are spamming figures of her, both the expensive scale figures and also the price figures. The world of price figures, it is crazy, the amount of Elena figures we're getting. Anyways, this is by Full Wheel, 23k, coming out in June next year. I find the base to be relatively interesting to see. I personally prefer realistic looking base. Yeah, realistic diorama. So this is not my kind of thing. Yet at the same time, I can appreciate the artistic aspect of it. Like, this looks a bit cartoonish, but in a good way. Yeah. I've never seen any figure brand do a brick wall like this in this style. And to the credit of Full Wheel, this is a great looking Elena figure. Her face looks nice. I hope that the figure doesn't become less detailed after release, which is a problem with Full Wheel figures, you know. Yeah. They promise this much, and then when the figure comes out, somehow, for some reason, the figure looks slightly less detailed, but we can't be sure where it is. Whether it is a sculpt or the paintwork, we can't be sure, right? Anyways, I would say this is still worth considering, or maybe just wait until after release. You know, Full Wheel figures, they bargain bin as well. Yeah, wait until after release. Moving on to the next one over here from Dolphin Wave, we have Iruka Sakimiya 1/7 scale by Kaitendo. What the? 1/7 scale, 34,000 yen. Must be that whatever that thing she is sitting on being the reason for the high cost, right? Plus licensing cost, of course, because so far every single Dolphin Wave scale figures have been very expensive for some reason. It has to be the licensing cost. This isn't worth that much. Not at all. Yeah, just pre-order Nikke Gopi this week and forget the rest, I suppose, and that Nun figure earlier as well. Almost reminds me of Yoko Littner a bit from Gurren Lagann. Moving on to the next one. Oh, this is a good one. By Wonderful Works with Mau Mau from the Apothecary Diaries. Yeah, I have praised this anime so many times. Yeah, the anime adaptation, it was really good. Good Smile has the version of her without any makeup on. And this is the version of her with makeup, with heavy makeup. In my opinion, if you really like her, you need both versions because they are very different depictions of the same character. It almost looks like two entirely different figures, so get both if you can, right? 19k is really cheap. Yeah, but this will be a small figure. She will be cheap to ship. 1x7 scale kneeling post. The figure will be like this small. The box will be like this small. Yeah. Very cheap shipping cost on this one, I'm sure. Next one here, Mega House Excellent Model 1x8 scale. Rah DX series. This is a very old product line. It has been around for more than a decade. Yeah, Rah DX. Sailor Mask for Mobile Suit Gundam. 15,300 yen. January release. Well, that is very soon. This is a re-release, no wonder. That explains why she looked so familiar. This came out before. I don't care much for Universal Century, to be honest. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, this was also best seller, I suppose, right? Together with Nikke's Rupee, a best seller last week, perhaps this week as well. Zenless Zone Zero Anbi Damara. By Apex Toys, only 21,000 yen. So affordable, yeah, get one. I'm not sure yet if I want to pre-order. Maybe I will, I'm not sure yet. Because, scale figures by Apex Toys, they are not exactly that rare or hard to find, especially in China. Yeah, sure, AmiAmi is asking for 35,000 yen for a pre-owned Keqing figure, but I can go to Taobao and get it for MSRP price brand new. So I'm not concerned at all. I can afford not to pre-order this one, right? So we'll see. For everyone else, 21k, if you like her, go ahead and hit the order button. Moving on to the next one. Okay, now we are going into low-cost, cheap figure territory, right? I'm a bit hesitant to call this figure by Kadokawa low-cost because this is like double the price of a pop-up rate. This is pop-up rate size, but 9,000 yen. Of course, higher quality, higher levels of detail, but I would consider this as a low-cost figure just by the price alone. So this is Megumin light novel version, which is why she looks different from the anime. I personally think it is quite a shame that this came in a small 1x10 scale pop-up rate size. This should have been 1x7 at maybe 20,000 yen. Yeah, it is such a waste because this is a very detailed character design and they went and do a very small figure of her. Missed potential, missed opportunity in my opinion. The next one, same story as well. A pair with Megumin with Yun, 9,000 yen. This is like a Dutch lady outfit, right? I actually like it. Something different for once, 9,000 yen, pop-up rate size. Missed opportunity, man. Up next, we have a low-cost scale figure by a new Chinese brand, Xingluo Guan Studio. My Little Kitten Nuomimi 1x7 scale 6,300 yen. June release. Yeah, if you love your Nekomimi lollies, this is a must-have, no-brainer. She looks great, man. Let's have a look. I really want to go through the pictures, but sometimes my internet kind of sucks. I just want to say, take a look at the face. There you go. I like her a lot. Well, we'll see. I'm trying to avoid pre-ordering too much stuff, I tend to buy stuff after release, yeah. For those of you who do not mind hitting the pre-order button, must have, yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one. Pop-up rate Win L size from Bunny Garden. 8,000 yen before discounts. April release next year. Bunny Garden. I think all of the Bunny figures that are coming out and the ones that are released before, I think you can group them as being a Bunny Garden. If you buy so many Bunny figures and then you put them on a shelf with grass base, then you have a Bunny Garden yourself. In general, I can recommend Pop-Up Rate L. Yeah, not the normal Pop-Up Rate, I can't recommend that, but Pop-Up Rate L, they are really good purchases because the figures are not overly small. So there is margin for error, and Good Smile Company has a lesser tendency of messing up the figure because the parts are not too small, not too difficult to paint, Yeah. Moving on to the next one. Okay, and Pop-Up Rate Suopatra. Very familiar name. Is it a VTuber? Let me know down in the comments below. Suopatra sounds very familiar. 5,000 yen. And regardless of whether I know her or not, I can feel it already. This figure will be popular and become sold out after release. Yeah, just like a lot of Hololive pop-up rate figures, they double in value, which is ridiculous, man. Never pay 8,000-9,000 yen for a pop-up rate. So if you like her, this is the one where you might want to pre-order. Okay, let's move on to the next one. A classic. Aisaka Taiga. No, the other YouTuber Zuko, he loves his Aisaka Taiga. Yeah, this is a classic. I have a lot of friends who likes Taiga a lot. For me, I am quite neutral towards the character. I mean, I like her. I watched the anime so many years ago. Today, I don't really have much sentimental value towards it, unfortunately. Okay, so this is actually a very nice reboot in a way, and I hope that Good Smile will do a pop-up rate L of this figure over here. Most Aisaka Taiga scale figures, they are old by now, very old. Except for a few anniversary versions where they put her in a wedding dress, for example. I think Kadokawa does that. So this is actually not a bad purchase at all. And I don't think Good Smile will mess up this one, because even when her mouth is open, you only get to see her teeth. And it's not like you get to see the teeth and the red color, pink color region of the inner region of the mouth, right? None of that, just white teeth. So less likelihood of them messing up the paintwork. School uniform with some gold color buttons, fair enough. Yeah, this is a relatively safe pre-order if you want to pre-order it. Moving on to the next one. Okay, we have Bond Road pop-up rate SP, made in Abyss. Okay, almost 11,000 yen, April release next year. Okay, so I am not a fan of Made in Abyss. I tried watching it and despite the praises coming from others, it is a very highly acclaimed anime series. I just couldn't bring myself to enjoy it. Not my kind of show, right? Personal kind of thing. So yeah, this is a skip for me. But regardless, the figure looks so damn badass, man. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one. Re-release of Inuyasha, 4,000 yen, December release. Not too surprised. A lot of classic anime characters, they are now getting figures because there is actually demand for them. Yeah. Next one, okay, re-release of this awful looking fern figure by El Coco. Now, with Fern and Free Run, maybe check out price figures, because both the pop-up rates and also the ones by El Coco, they look terrible for some reason. Especially this one over here, like, what is up with the blank stare? Yeah, I would say that you can regard this as a price figure. And personally, I wouldn't spend 3,000 yen on the price figure. I'm not even kidding over here. Okay, price figure is a very broad topic, right? I mean, Taito AMP Plus, I would pay 3,000-4,000 yen for one. This one, 3,000 yen, no, this looks horrible. And also Free Run, of course, yeah, by El Coco re-release. This almost looks like a slightly better Noodle Stopper figure. And Noodle Stoppers go for 500 to 1,000 yen each, you know. Moving on to the next one. Okay, we have Melody Princess, which is low-cost tiny figures by Mega House, one of their product lines. Marin Kitagawa. What? Marin Kitagawa, not Marin Tenohira. What is wrong with you guys, HLJ? Right. Come on. Okay, this is 7,500 yen for tiny figures. Okay, so we have a size comparison over here. And that is a small hand, right? My hand is bigger than that. So this is a tiny figure. But yeah, people with limited space, right? People in Japan, they would appreciate figures like this. Not me. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, more Mega House GEM series, GEM palm size tiny figures. Re-release Haikyuu, amazing anime. I am not a sports anime guy, but I finished all 4 seasons. Great anime. Okay, we have Tenohira. Oh, okay. My bad. Tenohira is actually the name of the product line. You see, GM Tenohira. And then we have Melty Princess Tenohira. What? It is the name of the product line. Man, that is so confusing. Okay, so Shoyo is getting a re-release at 7,000 yen, and also Tobio Kageyama 7,000 yen. And that is all for figures on pre-order last week on HLJ. Now we move on to AmiAmi, a lot more over here. We begin with 4 Mega House exclusives. This is Tsunade, 44,000 yen because she comes with a big ass base. Even though the entire figure isn't that big to begin with, you know? Yeah. This is 1x8 to 1x9 scale at most. Let's have a look at the dimensions. 30 centimeters. 30 centimeters, and then that is including her hair flying around. This is about 1x8 scale. Yeah, 1x8 scale. I would say this is about 5,000 yen too expensive. Yeah, 5,000 yen. But great looking figure regardless. She looks amazing, right? Okay, moving on to the next one. Mega House exclusive. We have, Aikatsu. I think it is an idol and music anime, right? It's a very long series, hundreds of episodes. I did not watch any of it. Her name is Ichigo Hoshimiya, right? 16,500 yen. Man, this totally feels like an idol anime made for little girls in some way. I mean, look at all the bright pink color. This almost feels like a Barbie of some kind. Yeah, not my kind of figure. Next one here, Mega House exclusive. Madoka Yukawa. From Kimagure Orange Road. No idea what is that, but must be a classic anime. I mean, you can look at the character design and you will immediately able to tell it is something classic. Okay, 17,400 yen. I just couldn't appreciate figures like this, like low detail level. Next one here, Lacquer's Klein. I'm actually surprised that we did not get more Lacquer's Klein figures, given that so many people in the Gundam universe, in the Gundam community, simp after her. She's pretty. I just called her Lacquer's Klein. This is Mia Campbell. Spoiler alert, she is already dead. This is Mia Campbell, not Lacquer's, my bad. I did not even read the title and then I just go on and run my mouth. 22,000 yen for tiny Lacquer's figure, which people will still buy because Gundam Seed is the hottest Gundam series right now. And I'm so happy to see that happen. Means Gundam Seed has a lot of haters. Because, you know, yeah, Seed Destiny, the plot wasn't that good. But, regardless, the mecha designs, the Gundam designs are amazing. And the Seed Freedom movie was like a 9 out of 10. Ooh. So, as a Gundam Seed fan, I'm very happy. And even as a Gundam Seed fan, I don't see myself picking one up. Yeah. Moving on to the next one, AmiAmi exclusive, DMM Factory. There are some words that I can't pronounce accurately at the moment. DMM Factory, Hatsune Miku Rosu Uri version, 33,000 yen. Okay. I would say this is once again 5,000 yen or so overpriced, but I can understand the pricing. I mean, this is very detailed. Yeah. Whew. You'll see how they do the color gradients on her right stocking over there from dark blue, and then it just very nicely transitions into hot pink color. Oh, that is incredible paintwork. I love paintwork like that. Yeah, I love it. This is a beautiful Miku figure, man. I mean, I sort of overlooked her initially. No, the more I look at this Miku figure, the more it reminds me of ice cream. Yeah, the rainbow ice cream, you know. I actually like it a lot. Yeah, I'll call this rainbow ice cream Miku. 33k, May release next year. Will you go for it? 33k. Moving on to the next one. Okay, the next few figures are edgy figures, so I have to censor quite a lot over here. Sister Rabbit Rebel 1x4 scale by Europe, Chinese brand, 12K only. Now this is a low cost genuine figure by a Chinese brand which I wouldn't buy. You are just paying for the size alone. There are way too few stuff going on. That 1x4 scale earlier by Max Cute, oh, that is a big yes. That looks amazing. This one is too simple with barely any clothes on. Like, it doesn't feel special in any way. Unless, you know, you want to stare at those TDs every day on the shelf, then maybe pre-order one. But to me, I don't buy figures for their Oppai or for their Manko, you know. I don't do that. Those are just bonuses, but even if there are no private parts included with my figures, I'm fine with that. I don't buy figures for that purpose. So, in this specific case over here, this is like taking fan service to the extreme a bit too much. So, I can't say I like this one that much. If you want to give us a very extreme level of fan service, then might as well spread your legs wide open and then show everything, right? Which makes it a different kind of figure. That is like a proper edgy figure. But this is what I call softcore edgy, you know, like you almost show us something yet you don't show anything. I can't say I like it a lot, especially when the detail levels are this low. Yeah. This is the DX version where you are getting something extra. Let me have a look. Alternative headband parts and alternative tail parts. So you're getting extra parts you will want to get the DX version. The standard version is only slightly cheaper, not worth it, right? Moving on to the next one over here. Yatogami Toka by Shibuya Scramble figure, almost 42,000 yen. No, I feel bad for Toka. I feel bad for her. Because Kurumi gets all the attention, even though she is the first heroine, the first waifu to appear in the anime back in season 1. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, this is classic Shibuya Scramble figure. Overcomplicate the base, make it with all those effect parts and then charge you 40k. I mean, I can understand why this figure costs 40k. I wouldn't call this expensive given what you're getting over here. And this is already this is definitely the ultimate Yatogami Toka figure. I used to own the one by Good Smile. I liked it a lot, but I sold it. And this one takes that figure by Good Smile to the next level. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one. The last 4 figures are edgy figures. I have to censor them heavily. Mataro original illustration Blue Nurse Bunny by Pink Cat, 30k at 1/6 scale. February 2025 release. Generic Bunny and Nurse crossover with exposed Oppai. Yeah, you buy this if you like the artist or the artwork, right? Nothing much to say. The next one here, we have Kasumi, Binding Creator's Opinion. Oh, this is a very unique looking bunny suit. Very unique design. 30,000 yen only. Yeah, this is worth considering for those of you 1x4 scale collectors. Very cheap. This is very cheap. And the last 2 figures on AmiAmi from last week. This is by Seo Konbu, a very popular artist as well. Nonohara Yuka-chan. 57,200 yen. Big ouch for 1x4 scale, but pure figures have never been cheap, right? It is a very premium brand. And then you can get her at 1x6 scale for 25k, which is quite reasonable indeed. Moving on to the next section. Yeah, Ninin gave to check out the inside figures, right? This is from last week. Lay about Downer JK. JK undressing themselves. Who doesn't love that? 1x6 scale by Insight, 19,000 yen. 1x4 scale, 27k, standard already at this point. And then we have President's Secretary is Cleaning, Mitani-san, 27k, and also 19k, 1.4 and 1.6. Huge Oppai character. And then what else do we have over here? Okay, Sakubasu no Sakubasu no Yuwaku Wizui. 1/6 scale by Forge Japan, which means it is safe for work. You can't cast off this one. 19K or 27K depending on the scale. And then there is the edgy version where she is wearing pink color pantsu with an opening in the middle so that you get to enjoy her secret garden. 19K and 27K, of course, this is by Insight. And that is all for genuine figures on pre-order last week. Now I move on to third-party resin figures where we'll go through 2 weeks worth of resin figures on pre-order. Hopefully I did not leave out anything by accident. Yeah, I know that I have opened a lot of Google Chrome tabs. I'm guessing around 50 or 60 tabs, but I don't mind that at all. I have 32 gigs of RAM over here, so yeah. Okay, we'll begin with Anya as usual. 4 Anya figures, we'll go through them quickly by ZH Studio over here. Where she's sitting on this this trap treasure chest must be from Freerun. Yep, it is $120. Primary color and different color. Yep, this one right here, just Anya dressed up as Freerun, kind of nice. This is quite a nice figure for $120. Moving up to the next one, we have Sharpshooter Anya. Is that a sniper? Looks like a hunter rifle to me. But anyways, yeah, very interesting faceplate right there. $77. Next one here, the third one by OLGG Studio. $99. Anya running in raincoat. Oh, the price is not yet confirmed. And there is a transparent color, which I'm guessing that the raincoat is transparent. Or maybe the water splash is transparent. I would go for the transparent version if you're interested in this one. And the fourth Anya figure with Bond, $99. I already have a Sega price figure, something very similar as this one. So I'm not sure if paying $99 for this is worth it. Yeah, this is not a very detailed figure. Might as well get a price figure. Or if you insist on something higher quality, Mega House has something similar. Kotobukiya as well. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is unusual. We get a figure of Becky. They should give us a figure of her with a horny face and then you have Lloyd Forger next to it. That would be hilarious, you know. Okay, Bubble X Studio. $97. Alright. I'm not sure if there are any other figures of her in the past, but not common. A figure of Becky. Next one here, we have one figure from Inuyasha Kikyo by TY Studio. $333 coming out in June next year. This is very impressive. Inuyasha now, either you go for pop-up rates or you go for third-party resins if you want something more impressive. I think the figure company Proof has a few genuine figures of Inuyasha. Was it Proof or Kotobukiya? I can't remember anymore. But yeah, none of them are at this level over here. This is a much more detailed figure. Oh, this is impressive. I really like how realistic the tree branches look, man. In fact, the tree is my favorite part of the figure, together with the base. Next one here, we have 2 figures of Android 18. First one by Cousin Brother Studio. No price yet, early bird pre-order. Okay, more of an announcement only. This is no scale mentioned at all. Okay, and the second one over here by Strange Power Studio. $117 at 1/6 scale. Yeah, an old school art style, very cartoonish, but fair enough. $117 given what you're getting over here. Next one here, we have one Boa Hancock figure by Cube Studio. $127 at 1/6 scale. The legs are very long. Are Boa's legs that long? I know she has long legs, but not this long. Or is that an ability of hers? She can stretch her limbs. Yeah, let me know that in the comments below. And this is what her face looks like. Yeah, actually looks quite good, right? Looks really nice. Moving on to the next one, we have 2 Perona figures. The first one is by Cube Studio, almost $300, coming out in June next year. I've never liked Perona. Her face looks really freakish, you know, look really weird to me. And then the second Perona figure right here by Toys My Dream Studio, $237 coming out. Oh, no release date yet. Oh, Perona, this guy over here, Goro, right? His name. If you're getting 2 figures for 237, that is quite the bargain there. Okay, next one here, we have 2 figures of Nico Robin. First one is by Face Studio, and this is quite a good looking figure of her for $168, including DLC. Yeah, cast-offable parts, I assume. For some reason, they really love putting Nico Robins on this couch. Maybe that is her style, like her character identity. And the second Nico Robin figure over here, this is quite nice. There is this cloth covering her face. I'm not sure what it is called. Like, it is a thing in Middle Eastern countries, I think, or Arabian countries. Very nice touch though. By Dragon Studio and Pop Studio, they are quite well known actually. And you can get it in black silk version or the barefoot version. Okay, I will go for the black silk version. Next one here, we have 2 Nami figures. By first one by Thunderbolt Studio. This is in Race Car Driver. Oh, okay. This is not what a race car driver wears, you know. This is more like the maintenance crew. But anyways, $172. That small car at the base really ruins the figure. I would rather them have mechanic toolbox or some other accessories. A small car makes the figure look weird, man. Next one here. Oh, this looks not good. No price yet. FXW Studio. Okay, Nami, Frankie, and Brooke. You can choose between the 3. Okay, next we have 1 figure of Hyuga Hinata from Naruto in bunny outfit. $170, but not yet confirmed. This is just an early bird pre-order. Basically just Hinata in a bunny suit, nothing much. And she is leaning against a chair, I think. Yeah. Next we have 2 Nier Automata figures. The first one is A2, 1x4 scale, $533. Very nice body there. Very nice. Will the images load? Because my internet is really hot trash at the moment. No, the images are not loading. Fine. Okay, this is a very nice face. Oh, very pretty face over there. And the second one here by Wanda Studio, we have 2B. We have R18 version where she's wearing black bikini only. I won't bother. Get the combat suit version, the one you're looking on screen over here. $432 at 1x4 scale. Fair enough. I still like the one by Cool Bear Studio the most when it comes to 2B figures. But oh, the hips on this one. Oh, very nice body hips over here. Like it. The face, I don't like this version that much, however. Moving on to the next one, we have 2 Eva figures. The first one is Asuka and Rei, standard version. Okay, no price yet. Fine. This doesn't look cheap. From the looks of it, this would be at least $600 to $700. If you tell me $800, I wouldn't be surprised either. I mean, technically, 2 figures over here with some mecha parts down here. This is not going to be cheap, man. Satchel Studio, I've never heard of them. First time I'm seeing this name. The second Eva figure are DreamX Studio. They actually have a very nice Asuka figure. It is already out and I've seen the pictures. Yeah, they did a great job. Okay, so DreamX Studio, they also love updating customers on their work progress, publishing new photos. If they make any adjustment to the face of the figures, they will announce it. So they actually update their work very frequently and let everyone know. I love that. Like, they are communicating with customers, you know. So this one, there is no price yet. I'm expecting around $250. Looking great though. I love the yellow over here they're using. Short hair and long hair. Personally, I prefer Rei with short hair. Okay, moving on to the next one. We are going into 1x4 scale territory, I think. Hades Studio or Hades, right? Original Pipa Monster from Scorpion Monster. Okay, whatever. $500 for this massive 1x4 scale. This is bargain. Not the kind of figure I would buy because I don't collect these realistic Chinese looking characters, you know, from Chinese MMORPGs or novels, right? Manhwas. But seriously, man, $500, absolute bargain. If you like what you're looking at, pick one up. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, Yeah, there you go. Just enjoy the amount of details on this thing. Okay, moving up to the next one. DT and Ume Studio. We have Kyuwin Satsuki from Q La Kill. Now, okay, the standard version is going for only what is the price? $550, 550, and can go all the way up to 803 if you buy the EX version, which includes customable parts, obviously. Okay, so this is an incredible figure of Satsuki, make no mistake. But yeah, some of you commented in my Facebook post saying that this feels like buying a figure of a cosplayer, which is exactly my own sentiment. But if you don't mind that, this is perhaps one of the best 1x4 scale figures of her I've ever seen. And given that this is DT and Ume Studio we are talking about, no, you're not getting an anime version face. They specialize in all these realistic face figures, right? So this is all you get. Okay, moving on to the next one. Ooh. Despite being only a bikini figure, which I criticize so much for being a bit too fan servicey, sometimes I feel a bit of a hypocrite myself, you know. I criticize bikini, I criticize bunny girls, and then I get attracted to stuff like this. This is smoking hot. For a mom, young mom, Hoshino I from Oshinoko. Okay, you can have this at 1x4 and 1x6 scale. 1x6 scale is around $280. No, I don't think it will be that expensive. This is not yet confirmed. 1x4, $449. Get this in 1x4 scale, man. Get it in 1x4. This is smoking hot. I like it so much. Okay, next one here from Soda Studio, we have Celestia. They call this okay, from Last Origin International, apparently a mobile game. I'm not very familiar. 1x4 scale for almost $400, or you can get it at 1x6 scale for $274. Yeah, this totally looks like something Kyo6 would do, right? Giant Opie figures, not my kind of thing. Next one, we have Violet Evergarden. Oh boy. No, I think this one is hands down my favorite Violet Evergarden figure by a third party. Hands down. I've seen really good ones in previous weeks, but this one, they really nailed it. Ooh. I don't know why you would buy a hospital gown version. Why would you buy that? Buy the regular wear version for $300 at 1x4 scale. Yep. This is 1x4 scale, $300 worth your money. Yeah, look at the face over here. The absolute best. No contest, man. Especially this picture over here. The moment I saw this picture, I feel like I want this thing so badly. I need to think carefully first. $300 after all. But from Hera Studio, never bought anything from them. Haven't seen pictures of their products, but hey, I would still recommend it. In fact, I have yet to see a bad Violet Evergarden figure. We have average ones, we have really good ones, but I have yet to see a bad figure of Violet Evergarden. So I don't think I can go wrong with this one. Pick one up, seriously. And the second Violet figure over here in Wedding Dress by Chao Chi Studio, $450 at 1x6 scale. Well, she goes for so much money at 1x6 scale because she comes with a massive base. Let me show you guys over here. There we go. Yeah, I think the base alone takes up half of the price of the figure already, and depending on what kind of collector you are, I don't think I can recommend this one. Go for the one by Hera Studio. This is incredible. Yeah. Okay, and that one was cheaper and bigger as well, right? Okay. You see, the images in OSGK, they load very slowly because they upload very high resolution images for reasons I don't know. I've tried saving the pictures before, and sometimes one single JPEG image is like 10 megabytes. What the hell, man? Downsize your images before uploading in your website. It is going to speed up the website as well. Okay, the next one, oh, a really good looking albedo figure at 1x4 scale by Yasisi Studio, or 1x6, I'm sorry. This is 1x6, quite a bummer. This would be quite the sight to behold at 1x4. Yeah, because of her wings, right? That's why she is so expensive. But she has a really nice face, So who knows? If you like her, maybe consider one. Next one here, we have an announcement by GN Studio Makima from Chainsaw Man, just an illustration. This is what the figure will look like, and yeah, nothing else. So nothing much to discuss over here. This is a 1x4, by the way. Moving up next, from PP Jiang Studio. This is so weird. PP Jiang or PP Saw Studio, they are known for very cultured, very degenerate figures. Suddenly, they are making something so innocent looking. So we have Yukinoshita Yukina from Yaha Ore. This is the tough sell. Even if this is only $172, I mean, we already have a lot of licensed, genuine figures of her at very low prices. This is difficult to convince anyone to order, yeah. Next one here, we have two figures from Attack of Titans. The first one is Historia Rise, $276 by Model Power Studio, coming out this December, very soon. Very nice. I don't have much complaints over here, man. Can see all this texture on the cloth. It would be nice though if this smoke effect is slightly translucent, you know. In solid white, it looks a bit weird to me. Okay, moving on to the next one, we have Mikasa from TPS Studio, $227 coming out this December as well. I don't like the face on this one that much. Yeah. I've seen better. Okay, next one over here, we have Elven Beauty Studio, Wonderful New World, Kim Mi Jong. Is it a Korean light novel or something? No idea. 1x6 scale, $172. Just an office lady ready for action after work. Very common theme. Moving on to the next one. Okay, finally we are going into MiHoYo territory. Honkai Impacted, we have Teresa Apocalypse by Arctic Wolf Studio. Version A, the one you're looking at over here, this is $235. Version B is something very cultured that I can't put on screen, and version C you get both for $337. So how much did the sofa cost? I think the figure is like $100 and then the rest is the sofa, right? But this is still a very adorable, very cute figure. I like this one a lot actually. Well, regardless, I think the price of the version A going for $235 is very reasonable in my opinion, yeah. Next one, also by Arctic Wolf Studio, we have Grisio from Honkai Impacted. Kind of two figures over here without any clothes on for $272. Absolute bargain. And Arctic Wolf Studio is an easy recommend. They are not the best third-party resin figure brand by any means, but their stuff are easy to recommend because I have yet to see them screw up the face of their figure, so that is good enough to be honest. Yeah, this is an absolute bargain. Okay, the next figure over here is from Spirit Demon Studio. We have Su Shang from Honkai Star Rail, $237. Generic bikini swimsuit figure, right? I don't really have much to comment. The face looks okay. And yeah, with the entire package, the sand base with the beach ball, the umbrella and everything. Yeah, reasonable price I suppose. Coming out in March 2025, quite soon as well. Next Honkai figure, we have Yomotsu. Is the name Yomotsu? Can't remember anymore. Anyways, this is an early bird announcement. We don't have much details yet, so yeah. This is by Hyperspace and Dreamhouse Studio. Two very good third-party resin figure brands working together. So that is actually good news for this one over here. Okay, moving on to the next one. Oh, can't show you guys much, right? So this is just Sparkle in Missionary Position by Chaochi Studio. No, this won't cost $299. That is not the final price. I'm predicting $160, $170. Still, don't bother in my opinion. Buy something better. Next Honkai figure with Firefly by Loveholic Studio. This is a 1x4 or 1x4 and 1x7. Okay. So 1x4 can get it for $344, and then $378 you can get a swappable part where expose the Opie. Yeah, fair enough. Extra $30 only. Some people told me this feels like an Evangelion figure and then they just swap out the head, which I do agree. So this is not a very unique or special figure of Firefly, I'm afraid. Moving on to the next one over here, we have Yun Lee from Hunyu Studio. 290. Okay, the price is not yet confirmed, so the price no longer matters. I think this is like 200 or 220 bucks at most. Shouldn't cost more than that. Hunyu Studio, actually they are involved in some kind of drama, and then apparently they did not deliver their figures in a way that was satisfactory to customers. And then when customers reviewed the figures by Hunyu Studio, like kind of a semi-bad review, not a very bad one, and then they gave the customers a very shit response, a very good response. At least that is what I heard happening in China, involving another Honkai Star Rail figure. I can't remember her name at the moment. Yeah. No, the face was fine. The face of that figure was fine, but there are very ugly seam lines at the back of the figure, and some people were not happy. So that is one thing to bear in mind if you were to get figures by this brand. Yeah, of course every figure is different, but since I heard about this incident, I might as well let you guys know about it, right? If I manage to find more details, I'll explore it in a future video on which third-party resin figure brand is good. Episode 5, I think. It's supposed to be quite soon, the 5th episode, but yeah, I'm still recuperating, right, from my surgery, so we'll see. Moving on to the next one, we have Kafka by Ant Studio, $168, and we have Kafka in this missionary position again, fan service, though I really like her face so much on this one. Yeah, I like it. Okay, next one here, okay, Honkai Star Rail Jade by Li Hui Studio, 2 Jade figures. This is the first one. This is the one that I prefer less. I don't like this one that much. Though that transparent serpent over there is very, very nice looking though. December release, wow, very soon. $272 is okay. I mean, you're getting this whole thing after all. Images not loading, right? Yeah, fine. And the second Jade figure over here by LGY Studio. Now, this one looks fabulous. I like this one. Standard version is going for only $235. And there's the second Hadaka version for a slightly lower price, which in my opinion, you shouldn't bother. Just get this standard version and be happy with it. This is a very pretty looking figure of Jade. It looks like Mona Magisters, but a more MILF version of her, you know. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, now we go into Genshin Impact territory. We have this chibi figure of Nahida by 97 Studio, $99. Yeah. Normally with chibi figures like this, they rarely mess up, right? Just that I'm not sure if I want to spend $100 on a chibi figure. No, they will be quite a lot bigger than Nendoroids, quite a lot bigger, but still I'm not sure if I would spend that kind of money. Next one here, Starry Sky Studio. They are known for their edgy figures as well, their cultured figures. So we have Bunny Girl Furina, barely having any clothes on. And there is no price yet. You can get her in 1x7 and 1x4 apparently. I love her face though. They did a great job with her face over here. And Starry Sky Studio, they did a fantastic job with the Ganyu Bow figure back then. So you might want to consider this one if you love figures like this. Moving on to the next one over here by Barney Studio with Xian Yun. Yeah, the one in the middle for only $80. Yeah, very cheap, right? The problem is that this looks like an over-glorified price figure, right? This is like price figure level detail, but then made of resin. So I would say I can't recommend this one if I have to be honest. Okay, next figure over here, we have an announcement of Ningguang by Black Diamond Studio at 1x4 scale. This is only a single teaser pic and nothing much. I mean, in case you insist of collecting 1x4 scales, then you might want to pay attention on this one. Otherwise, just go and find the one by Apex Toys. That is an incredible figure. Just that, yeah, be ready to pay a huge amount, an absurd amount for the shipping cost. And I think this is a realistic face, judging by the preview over here. Not a good sign. Moving on to the next one. Okay, now we are entering Blue Archive territory. We have at least half a dozen Blue Archive figures over here. 2 Hayase Yuka figures. The first one is by Cord Studio in maid outfit. Coming soon. And the second one here, now this is more like it. For only 230 US dollars, you're getting everything in this picture. Oh, this has to be one of the best value buys this week, man. Holy. You know, I thought that buying Good Smile Company's version was good enough, but wow. In fact, no, I don't care about the figure that much anymore. I want everything else because I am a diorama kind of person. Can I buy that? Can I buy the base only, please? Damn, I want it. Yeah, $230, man. Coming out in March 2025. One of the best value buys this week. Next one, oh, this is good. Takanashi Hoshino by Circle Max Studio. The price is not yet confirmed. I don't think it will cost 300. 200 plus, I think. Yeah. Very cute face. I love it. And then the next Blue Archive figure are Hibiki by G Studio. Can buy the unpainted version, but the painted figure is $191. Hibiki, go and get the one by Golden Head that just went on pre-order a week or 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 18,000 yen or so. Get that one, right? This one, nothing special in my opinion. Not recommended. Next one, we have Tendo Arisu by Snow Studio. Price not yet confirmed, but with Tendo Arisu, I think Good Smile has a scale figure of her for like 18,000 yen as well. Yeah, which is why it is so tough for third parties, especially with Blue Archive. Now that the genuine figures are picking up so many Blue Archive characters already, their only selling point at currently is all of the cast off parts to be able to display the figures Hadaka. Yeah. Otherwise, I always prefer PVC ABS figures simply because they don't break that easily. Okay, moving on to the next one. Kisaki. Who doesn't love Kisaki? One of the hottest lollies in Blue Archive by Juju Studio. Okay, version A is going for $170 and then can go all the way up to $237 where you get extra parts. As always, Hadaka version. Yeah. And the face on this one is amazing, right? Okay, this is good enough. Oh, 10 out of 10 face, 10 out of 10 armpit. Moving on to the next one, we have Plana from Blue Archive by Yoho Studio. No price yet, that is not yet confirmed. $347, it won't be that much. The figures by this brand, Yoho Studio, they don't cost that much. This is a relatively low budget resin figure brand actually. Yeah, her panso is almost down. You guys love stuff like this, right? Are there genuine figures of Plana? I can't remember. And the last Blue Archive figure, I saved the best for the last. I'm not sure if Hayase Yuka Jim earlier is better or this is better. Okay, Spirit Demon Studio, Tachibana Nozomi, and Tachibana Hikari. Price not yet confirmed, but if you can get it, this pair of figures, 2 figures at 1/6 scale at $300, get it, right? Though I would say that the one by Epsim Studio is a lot better because, less clothes on. But if you want something safer to display, then this is a very valid option, I mean. Yeah, this is a good option. So go and check this one out. Okay, we are not yet done. No, that is not the last step. We have another window over here. Okay, so now we go into Azalane, 3 figures. The first one is Taiho by Stereoscopic Delusion Studio, 1/6 scale. No price yet. Yeah, that is not the actual price. Most of you will just buy the 1/4 scale by Mimeyoi, right? That one is very highly acclaimed. Despite my complaints about her mouth, she is still a very pretty figure. So maybe the Mimeyoi version is all you need. Yeah. I heard that it is becoming difficult to find. Yeah, so better hurry up if you want one but you haven't purchased it yet. Moving on to the next one. By Metatoy Studio, we have Admiral Nakimov. $226. Okay, classic face, $187, and then shy face, 2 different face plates for $187, or can just get both, right, for $226. Not much addition. Okay, the picture loaded partially, good enough. I just wanted to see the face actually. Quite nice. Quite nice. Okay, and the third Azalane figure, USS Yorktown by YOLO Studio and Baji Studio. Baji Studio is actually okay. Right? YOLO Studio, I'm not too sure. But if these two are working together, it should be fine. No price yet, and there are two versions. Pictures not loading again. Fine. Because I'm sharing internet connection with a family business downstairs, so maybe it is because of the sharing, the distance, or maybe because this is a very old laptop. This is a 10-year-old laptop. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, now we are entering Wuthering Waves section. There are like 5 figures over here. First one, announcement of Changli by Yami Studio. This is all we get. A teaser pic. And then a second Changli figure, Jinxi and Changli by Godpen Studio. Just a silhouette. And then the third one over here, another Changli figure by RYB Studio. This one will actually get some product pictures and $272. With that flame base, yeah, I'm not... yeah, the flame effect parts look nice, but I'm not too impressed because I have a similar figure already. I mean, I have a figure with a similar base already, and no release date yet. Yeah, they should be uploading images that are around this size, shouldn't be too high resolution. Smoking hot, right? Slender women, when they post like this, oh, they are just smoking hot. And the next one here, another Changli figure. Oh god, by Juicy Studio. Is this the Wuthering Waves version of Yae Miko? Almost feels that way to me. And then, okay, now we enter into Zenless Zone territory. We have like 5 or 6 figures over here. First one is Nico Demara by Face Studio. I believe this is an update. I covered this before, but it was an early bird announcement. Now we finally get to see the entire figure. And at 1/4 scale, only $282. This is also one of the bargains this week. Okay, please load, right? Okay, it did. What do you think about the face? I mean, if you like it, go ahead and pre-order it. This is great value. Under $300, you get a 1/4 scale Nico Demara. Yeah, I mean, if you're buying 1/7 scale, buy the one by Apex Toys, right? But if you want something bigger, this is a valid option. The next one here, okay, and updates as well. Min Studio announced Ellen Jo actually a month back. Though we got only a teaser pic, now we get to see the entire figure where she is sitting on a couch, $235 only. And Min Studio, their figures are also fairly solid. Not a bad purchase at all, right? The faces of the figures, they turn out fine most of the time. Oh. All of this for $235. Not bad at all. Coming out this December, very soon. The next Ellen Jo figure by FWS Studio, we only got a teaser pic and not much else. And then another Ellen Jo figure over here by Peach Studio. Standard version and deluxe version. Okay, let's have a look over here. Oh, I like that face so much, She is cringing at me because I'm always staring at her pantsu, but I like that cringe face so much. Oh, great base as well. This is a CGI render. We need actual figure pictures. And then next figure, of course, Ellen Jo again. This is by Yao Mingming Studio, $187 only in JK outfit. This one is not very impressive and the colors are kind of dull. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, because I've seen a few Ellen Jo figures just beforehand and they look so much better. And no, one more Ellen Jo figure. Yeah, 3 figures. Ellen Jo, Alexandrina, Sebastian. And also Corinne, because you can get all 3 as a set for $413 or you can buy them separately for only $166 each. Yeah. So this looks like the kind of figure where you need to complete the set, right? Otherwise it feels empty. It feels incomplete in a way. Yeah. Come on, we need more Sebastian figures, man. We need more Butler figures. Okay, next one over here, we have 2 Nekomiya Mana figures. The first one is by Godpen Studio, $166 only. That is very affordable. Oh, this is nice. She's not wearing anything underneath, right? Must be. This is nice. And the other one over here, this is also quite attractive, to be honest, by Will Studio, $191. I prefer this one ever so slightly because of the pose. This is not doggy style, this is like kitty style. Well, similar. Yeah, I prefer this one a bit more. Okay, next figure, we have one figure from Nikke, Alice, by Selfish Studio. Okay, standard version is going for $191, and then there is a Hadaka version. You get Hadaka parts, I assume, for $255. A very good looking figure of Alice actually. Not something that most of you would buy, right? Unless you're a hardcore fan, you want as many figures of her as possible, then you buy every single figure of her that has been made. Otherwise, I will stick to the genuine ones. Yeah, the Super Bunny by Hobby Sakura, and also the upcoming one by Flare and Amakuni as well. And the last figure for today, finally. Okay, by Monroe Studio and Yue Guan Studio, we have Yun Sin from this mobile game called Kowa. Never heard of it. Okay, so we have some Kung Fu Fighters figure over here for $208 coming out this December. Yeah, feels like another Street Fighter Chun-Li style figure, which is nice, but can feel a bit repetitive at times, you know. I've seen so many similar figures. Yeah, and that is all for figures on pre-order this week and last week. Which one will you pre-order, or you have already pre-ordered? Let me know down in the comments below. And until then, if you enjoyed this video, you found it entertaining or helpful, give this video a like, thumbs up, and support this channel. Subscribe to this channel. And until then, I'll see you guys again very soon. Need to rest. Yeah. Goodbye.